this might be a bit gross. I should have known, I should have seen. That look in your eyes is not letting me in. I can't believe this body's fine. I'm outside. It doesn't make any sense. This was not how I saw the end. But I keep on breathing. Heart is beating. I'm waiting for the eclipse and the consequences of it. Why do we keep falling down when it's always the affected ground? We got time to make this right, but it's all we keep falling down. Do you remember our first touch? When I look at you now, an adrenaline rush. We're always looking for something more. We're closer to the edge than ever before. I can't believe this body's
Hey, what's up, everybody?
What's going on?
My name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
And we are La Lido Loca, and it's Tuesday Night Live.
Tuesday Night Live.
Y'all done stumbled upon, I was trying to do my best country accent. Y'all done stumbled upon a cruise show, y'all.
That's not how you talk.
That's right, I'm talking ship with Jenny B tonight. The biggest ship talker I know.
Me?
That's right, you always be talking ship. I see you over there in the corner just talking ship about ships and stuff.
It's true.
You big ship talker. Mm-hmm. What's going on?
Nothing much.
Happy Mother's Day,
to
everybody.
there.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah.
I have done a few Google searches. We don't have to talk about any of that.
What?
Well, you're a mother I'll love forever. Let's just say that.
Oh, yes.
A mother I'll love forever.
Yes.
No real agenda for the show tonight other than to hang out with you guys and answer your cruise questions. We could answer questions about if you guys want to talk geopolitical stuff, world religions. We could talk about that. If you guys want to talk about the ins and outs of making homemade pickles, we got that covered a little bit. Or we could talk cruising. Whatever you guys want to talk about. If you want to know my opinion on, the Caro-Con opening in chess, we can talk about that. I did see Thunderbolts. We could talk about that. We have been watching a show with John Ham Sandwich. We could talk about that. We've been watching the show called The Studio. It's pretty stupid. We keep watching every episode. We can talk about that.
Well, because we're waiting for the hack.
We watch Hacks and we watch Survivor, which is kind of stupid right now too. We can talk about that. Yeah, and look, I don't know how many days it's been since we've cruised last, but I thought I would be having withdrawals, but I think I'm doing okay. I went to physical therapy today. We could talk. I didn't know what that was going to be about. That's a code word for exercise. I just want to say that that was not cool. Man, all right, let's see. Our last cruise was on the Carnival Paradise on March the 31st. We have not been on the sea for 38 days.
Wow.
Can you believe that? If you guys need dating advice, we can talk about that. We know people that are in new relationships. We know people that are getting married. We know people that probably don't want to be together anymore. We could talk about all of that. We're like the Dear Abby of the cruise community. We can talk some ship. We can talk.
Let's talk it right now.
Ship. I feel like I'm doing all the talking.
Well, I mean, people kind of just talk ship anyway.
Databetic, do you think cruise content will ever feel like a job? Certainly. It's interesting running a small business. So we wear a lot of different hats, and there's some aspects of it that feel really much like a job. HR and accounting and taxes and taking the trash out at the studio. That all feels like a job. But sitting in the chair doing the show, even though I get paid for it, it's probably the best thing ever. So
absolutely.
I don't know if that feels like a job or not, but if it is, I'll keep doing it forever. Forever. Let's see.
So they're dill pickles in a ferminator.
Jenny's got a ferminator. Speaks in an Austrian accent.
It's a ferminator.
Put your cucumbers in here. Get to the ferminator.
Oh my goodness, you are
Jenny's
so
the
funny.
ferminator. Russell says, "What's a must-see on a Japanese cruise?" I don't know if you can. If the ports that we went to, of course, go to Tokyo and see a temple. Just spend some time in Tokyo. That was probably my favorite day. I don't know if any cruises take you close enough to go to Mount Fuji, but that would be kind of cool to see if you could see that. Slinky is here. What's up, Slinky? My brother Retro Sarge. My brother just got back from Thailand. He just flew back, and you know what? Boy, his arm's tired. It's funny because you fly like a bird.
Right.
Heather Geyer says, "Is the Carnival celebration a good ship?"
The celebration? Yeah, I enjoyed the celebration.
Yeah.
Carnival celebration.
I liked it too.
Yeah, they made some
If Jenny
little
and I are voting, then
changes
yes.
from the Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed the celebration much more than the Mardi Gras.
Yes.
And I enjoyed the celebration more than the Jubilee.
Nice.
Yeah.
B. Jones says, "How are you liking the Factor? We're trying it this week for lunch." I like it. Jenny picked one tonight that she didn't like. So I would say if you have the turkey chili on your list,
Don't do it.
Don't do
I
it.
didn't like it.
Lola says, "What is the best way to book a MSC Yacht Club cruise?" Use a travel advisor, or I think you can just call MSC or use their website.
Mm-hmm.
But I think you have a lot of options for it. If you've never booked one before, I would use a travel advisor. If you don't have one that you
Absolutely.
know or trust, we would recommend our buddy Walter at Where's Walter Travel. He's got a lot of experience with MSC, both regular MSC, Yacht Club, and the new Journeys, Explorer Journeys. But yeah, where'swalter.com/La Lita Loca, because we do get a little something for recommending Walter. So make sure you go through the La Lita Loca. Like, tell them La Lita Loca sent you, so that we can, so that it makes taking the trash out at the studio a little easier.
Exploring with Big Red, is Carnival Freedom a good ship? We've never sailed that one. Tom has a question. What are the cruise lines that sail out of Tampa? You got Carnival, Royal, NCL, sometimes Celebrity, MSC a long time ago. I don't think they're still there. I think it's just the four.
What about?
Oh, Margaritaville at sea.
Really? You forgot all about
I mean, we were just on it.
Wasted
And that's a great ship. If you guys have
again
not
in
tried
Margaritaville.
Margaritaville Islander out of Tampa, great.
Let's see. Oh wait, I saw a question. Where'd it
So
go?
my
Oh, do we like the
answer-
Carnival Mardi Gras?
Yeah, and I was just going to answer that one. I really would love to revisit the Mardi Gras because when we were on it, it was, the close down, the shutdown was just coming back, and it was a brand new ship.
We had a group.
We had a really
Like
big
100 people,
group, and so I can't really give a good, it's a beautiful ship, but I did not enjoy it.
Do you like it better or worse than the Good Ship Lollipop? It's the good ship lollipop. It's the sweet trip to the candy shop where the bonbons play.
You are so
Diane
funny.
Cleveland, thank you so much for the super sticker. That fat pear in the super sticker says, "How's it going?"
It's going good.
Is it
It's
going
going
good?
down.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber. Let's see. Gary Schmidt says, "Must see excursions in Halifax and St. John." Halifax, I would walk the waterfront and I would go to the Maritime Museum. Also, you can easily take a little bus tour around and see the Citadel and the Titanic graveyard. And then one thing I'd like to do when I go back is there was the site of a terrible disaster, but you can go tour it. I can't remember what it's called, but I had a great time just walking around the waterfront and going to the whatchamacallit.
Cherie has a question. Who has good live rock music besides Hal? In my opinion, it would be NCL.
My favorite rock band at sea is called Guns N' Roses.
Oh my goodness, they were
And
so wonderful.
they're on NCL. I've seen them a couple times on NCL.
They're great.
They they play Megadeth's Peace Sells, and we were eating late night snacks with our friends Sal and Charlotte at probably the local it's probably called Oceans on that first ship that we went on, and it was right next to the atrium where Guns N' Roses was playing.
Oh, so
and they
great.
dropped the kick drum on Peace Sells, and it was the loud. I had to call my brother, Retro Sarge. You might remember this. Like, man, listen how hard this guy's hitting the drums. They were the best rock band at sea. The crazy fun traveling couple has a question, Jenny.
Okay, great. Shoot.
This is the question that they're posing.
Okay.
We have priority boarding pass for our next cruise. Free breakfast room service is included. Do they also deliver mimosa to us for the breakfast for free? What cruise line? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't know. It depends on what package, right?
Yeah. Most of the time, your free breakfast
And what
doesn't
cruise
include
line?
alcohol unless it's something that you purchased all the way.
Right. Like Princess has a breakfast package that there's a few different ones.
That's right. Question from Eric Karen. MSC going to Galveston, so you think it's going to be better now? We booked our first cruise with them, but always hear bad stuff. Going with a family of 3 little ones. We've been on MSC several times, and I would not say that we've had a bad time. I think what a lot of people, I don't know, it depends what the vibe is. A lot of people don't like MSC because there's a diverse crowd there. There's people from foreign lands, and they speak multiple languages, and the crew is, like on, say, Royal and Carnival, NCL, a lot of the crew is from Southeast Asia, and I would say that a lot of the crew on MSC is from Eastern Europe, and so it's a whole different kind of service. The service is a little different. It's not a lot of honey child stuff on there. It's more like, we're going to serve you, and that's, in a very professional way, but it's not going to be like everybody's going to try to be your best friend. And some Americans don't like that, but I do like it because they leave you alone. Right. They give you what you need, and it's been pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty good.
So T-Bode on the go asked a question. Have we sailed on MSC enough to speak on their casino comps and how they work? Are they good? So MSC has never sent me a casino offer. And
when we were cruising MSC more frequently, I was only playing craps, and they didn't have a craps table at the time. I think maybe the new ship does. So I didn't really gamble much on MSC.
Yeah, so we can't speak to that.
Can't speak to it. Anybody get any casino comps on the MSC? Captain Bob Dickens. I'm waiting all night to see Captain Bob. Captain Bob with the super chat just started watching your channel. 90 Days to Icon of the Seas.
Oh, that's exciting.
And then Utopia. Have you ever used Royal Caribbean Insurance? We've never used a cruise line insurance. We have an annual plan through a company called Allianz. Allianz. It's kind of spelled like alliance with a Z. And there's been a couple times where we should have filed a claim, but due to my apathy and laziness, I never filed a claim. And so I don't really know how it works. But we do have the annual plan.
Yeah. Yeah, so Royal Caribbean Insurance, of course, just go on their website because they may have a different underwriter, and just look at what they're going to cover. Because
did you say you wanted to see my underwear?
No.
Oh, I thought, man, I didn't think that was this kind of show.
Why are you sitting so close to me?
Why not? Why not? Question from Brian. Thank you for the super chat, Captain Bob. Brian Weber, what's up? Where's your favorite place to get your news that you condense and share with us each day? Look, it's not rocket science. I basically go to Google and I search cruise news, and then I go to Reddit and I read the cruise subreddit, and I go to Facebook and I follow a bunch of Facebook groups where, of course, the Carnival John Hill page where everybody makes stupid complaints. There's another one called Entitlement of the Seas. And what I try to do is I just try to weave some sort of cohesive story through the whole show. I'm really not a news reporter. I think we got that. I hope everybody understands that. But it's really more just commenting on what's going on in cruising. Feel the power of the cruise hands, Jim.
Feel it.
Don't be hurt by But yeah, so
I'm a delicate flower.
and to be honest, I think that's how most. I mean, there's some legit journalism going on out there, but I think most of it's all just everybody looking at stuff. Everybody looking at stuff, copying format.
Aw, Lola, thank you so much for the super chat with the winky
winky. Question down at the bottom there. Main man. Tony, you did a video the other day on Carnival not extending their loyalty program across other lines, yet MSC will honor your loyalty level on Royal to try them. Come on, Carnival. Yeah, it was disappointing to hear that. I was kind of excited when they said they were going to revamp their loyalty program, and then, I mean, it's going to have, I don't know what it's going to be, but that would have been a big boon.
Absolutely.
I guess the broader conversation is obviously, I don't know if it's obvious or not, but conventional wisdom says you can cruise on Carnival for less cost than you can on Princess. And so would it be fair to say that if you sailed 10 days on Carnival, you should get the same perks as somebody who's paid to sail 10 days on Princess? I kind of wish these loyalty programs would be based off of money spent, because then it would be easy to transfer across all of the lines. But then if you do your loyalty programs based on money spent, people will be like, that's not right. So I don't know. Royals figured out how to pull it off. Of course, MSC does a status match just for one cruise, though, right? Like you get it one time, you're not forever.
Right.
So yeah, it's tough. I wish they would do it. Laura and Christy Buffmeyer, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
NCL Encore in the Haven, headed to Alaska in September. Any advice? Go whale watching. That's one of my favorite things to do in Alaska. Go see a killer whale out there. Killer. They're not real whales. I mean, they're.
And if you like M&Ms in the Haven.
That's right. Oh yeah, if you're in the Haven, make sure you ask your butler for something fun. What ship are you going on? Oh, Encore. I don't know if it's set up like the Bliss, but that Bliss Haven was amazing. Amazing.
Hey, CC.
Let's see. Jackie said, would we do an Antarctica cruise? If I was in better shape, yes, but being in the shape that I am right now, I just think I would go down there and it would be like going to a theme park. I would just be too overweight to get on a Zodiac or something like that. But if I was in tip-top shape, if I was at my fighting weight or whatever, sure, I'd go to Antarctica. It looks like a lot of fun. Dylan and Hemphill, hello, Tony and Jenny. I live in Northern Ireland. What would be the best cruise to go on for the first time? I don't know. So how much have you traveled around? I tell you what, I love the British Isles cruise, which is a weirdly named thing, especially for people in Northern Ireland, because it includes stops in Northern Ireland, Scotland, and the UK. Some people take offense to that. From there, though, you could go.
Yeah, like your first cruise, maybe you shouldn't travel, come over to the States, because then that's a whole. Yeah. Like a whole
maybe like do something that takes you over to like the Holland to the Netherlands or somewhere like that, or you could go south into the Mediterranean, like go down to Barcelona. I think that's pretty popular, is to go down to Barcelona or go to Lisbon and then go to kind of the warmer places in the Med. I think both of those would probably work pretty good. LJM Jr., thank you so much for the super chat. Your dancing portion in your video is elevator music. Can you pay for the good copyrighted stuff? I would say that you're pretty uninformed with that, because I've played hard rock music, I played R&B, I played disco, I played rap music. It might not be a song that you know, but it's definitely not elevator music. You can't really pay. So like if I wanted to use, say, a Led Zeppelin song, you probably have to pay like $1 million to get access to their, like movies have to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars. So the show, while it does make some money, it ain't making that Led Zeppelin money. So yeah, unless you want to up your super chat to like $100,000, I think we're pretty much stuck with whatever Epidemic Sound has for $15 a month. Yeah. $15 a month.
So Mark Spinney has a question. Yeah. How was the music on the Margaritaville Islander? So when I went on, I mean, it was okay. I don't really remember so much live. I know up at the pool they had some really good, like a good band up there. But I know that you did an experience, right, with the Jimmy Buffett music?
Yeah, so lots of live music on the Islander. At the Atrium Bar, every night they would either have like a guitar player or a violinist. In the Havana Bar, they would always have a Latin band. They had a piano section, like at the Champagne Bar, where they would have a piano player. There was always like a calypso band up on the Lido. And then the thing that Jenny's talking about, the Speakeasy, They played music for you, but it wasn't a band. You actually went and listened to a replica of Jimmy Buffett's record collection, which is pretty cool. But yeah, lots of good music on there, and then the shows are good also. Question: have you been to Fort Louisburg in Sydney, Canada? Good excursion, enough time there. Never been there, Rodney. I can't remember what I did in Sydney. I think that's where we took that bus trip that never would end. Solo Sioux Travelers, that would be quite the super chat. Two Travelers in Mexico, what's your favorite cruise line? The next one.
So
I guess Royal Caribbean
right
in August. Yeah, that's a long gap. I started physical therapy today. I have to go to PT for 6 weeks. And if I get my knee all rehabbed and I get my passport re-up, then maybe we'll cruise sooner than that. I don't know.
Maybe.
Maybe
We
not.
haven't had a child getting married.
We got a kid getting married.
Yeah.
So somebody asked if we cruise on Icon of the Seas. We have not cruised on Icon of the Seas. So Star of the Seas will be our first experience on the Icon class, which is cool. Are we going to have a dance break? Nope. Dance breaks are pre-recorded and they're just in the Daily Show. So we don't do it live. So there you go.
I wonder what physical therapy would think about that.
Yeah. I didn't tell the PT person that I get up and jump around on my knee every day. So I jump around. Man, physical therapy, you guys ever do that? This is my first experience. I did a little consultation. The doctor kind of pushed on my knee and stuff. Like, does this hurt? Does this hurt? Does that hurt? Does this hurt? Oh, I think this may be the situation. What are your hopes for physical therapy? And I'm like, oh, I'd certainly like to be able to walk better. And like, well, we'd like to reduce your pain and get more mobility and strengthen your legs. Now let's head to the gym portion of the meeting. I'm like, there's a gym portion of the meeting? Man, they had me doing exercises, and then I got a massage. A massage was the best, though. It was the best. Lori says, do they have dialysis on the ship? Yeah, you can get it. You have to prearrange it. It's not like you're going to show up on the ship and say, I need dialysis. You have to work in advance of that. But there's a whole organization that does dialysis at sea.
I forget what it is, but if anybody knows what it is, if they could just drop it down there for her, please.
Drop it like it's hot. Spin local. So yeah, today was the very first PT, and then I go again Friday, and then it's going to be 3 days a week for, I guess, 5 weeks. For 5 weeks.
Aw.
Spin Local can give my friend a ludicrous shout out. Yeah, we need a song to sing. What are we going to sing? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Shout out Ludacris. And shout whoever your friend is. Shout out to them. Sharon says Grand Turk Jeeps, ATV, or golf carts. I mean, all that sounds dangerous, Sharon. I don't know. I did an ATV in St. Martin with Donald Taras, and we had a great time. But
well, we had a close friend. Remember, it fell off.
But our friend Ian jacked up his arm on it. Yeah, you got to be careful. Yeah. Golf cart sounds maybe the least dangerous out of all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chris, I try to. If you watch closely, I don't move the knee a lot. That's why a lot of my dancing is just the upper torso, so I don't hurt that. Yeah. Yeah, it's more sprockets, I think, Nola Dad. If it was right at the end of the show, it would definitely be sprockets. But yeah, Janet Reno Dance Party was a fun skit. Toby W, thank you so much for the super chat. Love the channel. I'm an avid solo cruiser. I have a bucket list cruise book for next year on the NCL Spirit, flying to Tahiti, Bora Bora, and then around the Hawaiian Islands. Have you ever done this itinerary? No, but Jenny, Bora Bora is like high on Jenny's bucket list.
It is.
That's right. I still haven't got the bug to go to Hawaii yet. Because of the Brady Bunch. Every time I think about going to Hawaii, I think about Greg wearing a tiki necklace and falling down in the surf competition.
Well, it's funny because I actually just looked at Hawaii the other day.
Yeah.
Because you could do Los Angeles down to Hawaii and like a return trip, but it's like 14 days.
Yeah.
And they don't have any till I think November and then next year. Yeah.
Let's see. Question: Is the travel insurance when you buy booking also cover health issues? You just got to check, Steve. I mean, most of the time on the cruise ship, it is going to cover some medical, but it really only covers it while you're on the cruise. So I think that's why we like to book third party. I mean, I think it's easier to book with the cruise line, but at least with the third party, it covers your entire trip. So, like, your travel to and from the cruise ship and all that stuff.
Yeah, as soon as you walk out your door to the moment that you return to your door.
There's some words I'd love to hear you say. Doa. As soon as you walk out that door, I'm never walking out the door on you, Jenny.
Aw, thank you,
Never,
baby.
ever.
Thank you.
Let's see. Cruising out of Manhattan in October.
Us too.
Reasonable, safe hotels by the pier. Love your content, says Dana Huffman. The only place I've ever stayed for that cruising out of the Manhattan terminal, and you could have walked to the terminal, was at the Fairfield Inn and Suites. I got no idea what street it was on. I actually just kind of was bunking with Doug Parker from Cruise Radio because we were going on a big transatlantic, and he already had the room. So I don't remember the deets on it, but it's Fairfield Inn, and it's only a couple blocks away from the Manhattan Cruise Terminal. Go in a day early. Go see there's a lot of stuff to see.
Yeah. Doug is in the house. I haven't seen you in a while, Doug. Hope you're doing
Doug.
well. Say hello to Heather.
Jonathan says, question, the Eiffel Tower in your office, is it Lego? Yes, 11,000 pieces of Lego, including a bunch of gray hot dog pieces. If you guys don't know this about Lego, one of the ways they turn their company around, designers used to say, hey, I want to make this, so I need this new part molded. So the factory would have to create a whole new, very expensive mold just to mold one part. And then at some point, the leadership there said, look, these are the 3,000 pieces you can make Lego sets out of. So if you want to, you got to get creative. And so like around the top levels of the Eiffel Tower, they've got all these little curved in deals to make it look like the Eiffel Tower. They're all hot dogs. They're gray hot dogs.
Going back to the insurance real quick, Margot, who is a dear friend and an expert travel advisor, just wanted to remind you can get pre-existing conditions if you book it less than 14 days on insurance. So,
question, am I scuba certified or have you ever thought about it? I haven't. Mr. Watlow, I had an uncle that put a tank on me in a pool when I was probably like 12 or 13. It was a lot of fun, but I never went any further than that. I don't know. I don't really like to swim in water that I can't see the bottom of. Of course, when you're scuba, you got a good visibility. Patty wants to know if you're from New Jersey.
no.
You're from Staten Island, aren't you?
No.
We got people from Staten Island now. You can't be like
know.
that. Jenny is from the island, just the Long Island. The Long Island.
Well, and our lovely new son-in-law is from Staten Island, so we go back and forth.
That's right. He took the ferry to get married. Question, have you upgraded your MSC loyalty status with Carnival or Royal status? What did we do? We did with Princess. So I think when we went on, we status matched your Princess. When Jenny was doing
when?
that first time we went on MSC, we status matched. So Jenny, because she was a travel agent, she was elite on Princess. And then we matched, I think, elite to MSC the one time we cruised it.
Right.
Well, I mean, we've cruised MSC several times, but the one time
And
that
how
we got
about
the
this?
status match.
Now you're elite on Princess.
That's right.
And I'm not.
That's right.
I'm a platinum.
I'm going platinum, selling rhymes. Shout out Ludacris. How do you keep cruising exciting? Does it become mundane? It's like everything else in life, Craig. It's your approach to it, right? So, I don't know. Cruising's different every time that we go, right? So, I don't know. I like it.
I love cruising. Like, it's just...
Sometimes you have to take a break. I mean, I think that's good too, but I think this is really the longest break that I'll be taking in a while. But it's good. I was getting tired. Not tired of cruising, just physically tired and mentally tired. So it's been wild to be home for 30 days
Well,
now.
and you were away from me.
I know.
To rejuvenate you.
And look, I've been here for 30 days and I don't want to leave. So
I know.
that's good.
We'll have to go together. That's why.
That's good. Aaron Ross, what's going on? Thank you so much for the super chat. Tony, which house ship did you sail on? How'd you like it? Trying to decide how to Alaska. I mean, I've sailed on the Rotterdam, which was fantastic. It's their newest ship and it's got all the amenities. If you can sail on Rotterdam, I would do it. We sailed on the Eurodam out of Canaveral.
Yeah, it was lovely.
Older, smaller ship, not bad. No, Eurodam I did in New Zealand. We did something that was the same class though, Westerdam.
Yes.
So we've done the Rotterdam, the Westerdam, and the Eurodam. Rotterdam by far the nicest of the ships, but both the other two are a good time. But I would go for, like, same thing. If I was going to recommend a princess ship to you, I would say go to something like the last 2 or 3 ships. You're going to have a better time.
Not the Equinox. I mean, that's celebrity. Not the which one? Caribbean? You don't
Caribbean
want
Princess, no, thank you. Have we ever been on Royal, Princess, Discovery, and the Majestic? We've been on some of those
We've been on the
ships.
Discovery, not the Majestic. What's
Yeah.
the other one? Oh no,
We were on Majestic.
we were on
too.
Majestic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really found a princess ship that I'd kick out of bed, except the Caribbean right now, because I've been on it too much.
Yeah.
Too much. Scott Hall, thank you so kindly for the super sticker.
Thank you, Scott. Well, and Caribbean was our first, right? So that's how we, at least me, I fell in love with Princess at that point. But boy, their Sun Princess, that's a great ship.
Comic-Con and 80s Cruise. Chuck is in the house. What's up, buddy? The very first 80s cruise was on your damn funny stories to sell. Chuck's like the mayor of these cruises. Like,
oh, really? That's
yeah,
cool.
So the 80s cruise is a lot like high school, and I think Chuck would be voted most popular. Like, he throngs of people throng to Chuck.
Oh, I think that yes. I think
he's a
you
good guy.
discussed
He's a
a
good guy.
little bit about Chuck. Well, hello, Chuck.
Michelle, how many days of cruising a year does having stock, and how much stock makes it worth it? Thank you for all your videos. The way that cruise stocks are tied to cruising is most of the cruise lines have a stock benefit. So if you have 100 shares of a stock, you can usually get $100 onboard credit. A lot of the cruise lines have like exceptions. So if you're getting a discount some other way, you can't get the stock thing. If you're getting a casino offer, you can't get the stock thing. So I think my opinion is that if you're somebody who invests in stock and you really have an interest in cruise stock, maybe you get it, but they're kind of mutually exclusive. You don't really get a lot for having cruise stock other than that benefit. And, the benefit's not horrible. So, but I wouldn't get stock just to get the benefit. But I'm not a stock, broker, and I'm not offering stock advice. Question, do you know if Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas ever sells Grand Cayman? I'm not familiar with their itineraries at all. You know what you could do, though? So I like this website called Cruise Plum. And I think you could actually go and search by Grand Cayman, and it will show you all the future cruise ships that will stop there. So that's a pretty powerful tool.
Do we usually have casino daily limits?
No. No, we're not very good when it comes to budgeting for the casino.
No, but it's so weird, right? Because when we went out to Vegas, I didn't gamble.
Yeah, I've been in a non-gambling mood. I don't know. Like, I don't know if we went through a losing streak or it just lost the appeal for me, right? Like, I still don't know that. I still don't. It's an interesting conversation about, hey, I gamble so much I get free cruises, but I still really have never seen the full matrix on whether you're actually saving money by gambling to get free cruises. So I don't know. But yeah, I haven't been gambling too much. So.
Dale, I'm not a TA anymore, a travel agent, but Tony has sailed enough with Princess that he is elite and I am platinum.
Yeah. What type of cruise news story is your favorite to report on? I don't know, ones that I can just act a fool on, I guess. I don't know. To me, the stories are just a vehicle to act up a little bit. That's what I mean. The whole goal of the show to me is just to get people excited about cruising or worked up about cruising or just excited about life or a laugh or something. The news is kind of just a vehicle to get us there. So I look at it very transactionally. I like it when the stories are good. The sad thing is good stories don't, good news doesn't necessarily draw people in to watch the show, which is ridiculous to me. I kind of wish I could just throw up a thumbnail and say, here's the show, and people would come watch. But, you almost have to be like, it almost has to be bad news to market the show, which is annoying. But that's the way, I guess it's the way every piece of content is. You got to have something hooky, Plimmy. Thank you so much for the super sticker. It's a lemon kissing a lime.
I love it.
A lemon kissing a lime.
So what are the top 3 things to do at Coco Cay? So
get drunk, get naked.
when we went, we rented a cabana.
It was a Copacabana.
And it was right.
The hard Copa. Oh.
It was right on the beach. It was lovely. What was that called?
It was in the. What was it? The Coco Cay Beach Club.
Yeah.
It was in the kind of the beach club, and it was on the water. Coco Cay is great. I guess it depends on who you are and what you're into. I don't like going to the beach. I don't like the sand and the natural water. I like Coco Cay because they have a big ocean, a big pool that everybody can go and swim in and make a mess in. And then, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm hit or miss on Coco. We're really not the people to ask about going to the beach because it's not really our thing. But yeah, go somewhere and jump in the pool. If you love the water slides, that water park's pretty well regarded. It's an extra cost. There's the adult only section, so if you don't like the kids, you can go to that, and it's a party. But it's all the stuff that you like when you're beaching. There's fruity drinks, and there's included food, and there's sun and fun and suntan lotion. So
and the secret chicken sandwich, as Margot mentioned.
Secret chicken sandwich that has mozzarella sticks on it and pizza sauce. Jenny loves it when I say mozzarella. Will G says that I'm hooked. It's not true though. Like if I have a puppy dog and me on here and it says cruise show, no, it gets clicked less, unfortunately. Little known fact about Coco Cay: sharks live under docks. Do you think they have a timeshare there or something, or like what kind of housing do you think? Like why would they have their houses under docks?
Thank you, DG, for
DG. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, I want to know about these shark houses though.
Yeah.
Do you think it's like John Cougar Mellencamp's Little Pink Houses? Little Shark Houses.
Well,
for
if they pay
you
rent,
and
they
me.
should lower prices.
Ooh, yeah. Yeah. Travel cake trips. Good evening, Tony and Jenny B.
Well, good
Question:
evening.
what have you found to be the most beneficial to your channel's advancement? Shorts, long videos, lives, or anything more specific? I'm a big fan of the long form. I think, you know what I've noticed with short form, especially like if you think about TikTok or Reels, a lot of times you'll consume that content and really not have an interest in who the creator is.
Right.
And so for us, and also like from a monetization play, if you're just going for straight ad revenue or something like that, longer form content is going to be better benefit to that. But in the short form world, if you're going for like brand deals and trying to sell stuff to affiliate links, that you could probably get enough love off of that. But I like the long form because I'm long-winded. I'm happy to talk.
No, he's not.
Happy to talk and entertain and act a fool. And some people like to just get in and out, and that ain't me. I'm here for the long haul. Question: what is the name of the cruise insurance? So there's a couple ways you can go about it. There's a clearinghouse called insuremytrip.com, and you can put in all your information. They'll give you different options. And then we use a company called Allianz for our annual plan, but you're only getting through Allianz if you go there. Yeah, Matt. What about the secret chicken sandwich? You go to the little, food shack there at Coco Cay and say, "Hey, bud, I heard you
Can I have it?
Heard you got a secret chicken sandwich." And then they ask the password, and the password is secret chicken sandwich, and they will give it to you.
Oh, Diane Cooper, thank you for being here. It's her first time watching the live.
Hey, how about that?
She's trying to figure out. So, do you like towel animals or not?
I'm taking or leave. I like to use them as a prop and a foil to my for fun.
And a lot of times we just don't even ask for them because it takes a lot of time.
If I remember, I will just say, "Hey, don't give me any towel animals," because I don't know. It's not that big a deal for me.
Yeah.
What you see?
Always be booked.
Our buddy
is here. Tommy.
Tommy's in the house.
What's
going on, buddy?
sir?
Hope you're doing well. Question: do you think Costa Fortuna is going? Where do I think it's going? I don't know. There's a lot of movement in the Indian cruise market. Asia, the reports that are coming out from like the CLIA and those kind of places, Cruise Industry News has their annual report. There's a lot of interest in Asia right now. And so I think you're going to see some of these ships move over to the Asian market. And so it wouldn't surprise me if Fortuna was going to one of those Asian cruise lines, whether in India or in Asian.
Hello, Irene and Joe. Hope you guys are doing well. And Firestorm's here. What's going on, Matt?
What's happening? Question: Sizzler in San Juan or other suggestion? Look, I mean, this seems like a ridiculous question because I think every one of us knows that if the option is Sizzler or any other restaurant, Sizzler is the choice. So if you see a Sizzler in San Juan, if you see a Sizzler in Sydney, Australia, if you see a Sizzler in Glasgow, Scotland, eat the Sizzler.
All right, I got a question for you.
But
Sizzler
but
or White Castles?
well, come on, let's not be ridiculous. White Castle, of course. But if you see, when you go to San Juan, you're not going to see a Sizzler. Find a place that has good local mofongo.
Yes.
Get yourself some lobster mofongo and rice and beans and some plantains. Delicious. I do like mofongo, which is smashed plantain, but I also like sweet plantains with it. Question from Selena. Family cruise 22 heading to Nassau, Freeport, and Bimini. Any recommendations for excursion? There's 22 of you. I would go to a beach club in Bimini if you guys like that kind of thing. Fun in the sun. If you got little kids, that pirate museum in Nassau is good. Freeport's rough, man. I would probably, well, it depends. Are you going like after Celebration Keys open? Are you on Carnival perchance?
I don't know.
I would do an excursion.
Yeah, I would do an excursion. There's a cool...
Unless you're going with my brother. He'll get drunk on a bar and dance at Senior Frogs.
Yeah, and when we had gone to Freeport that time, I wanted to do this excursion that it's a little house. They cook lunch for you, and it's right on the beach. That always looked kind of lovely.
Did you say Little House on the Prairie?
No.
Was it Laura Ingalls Wilder Excursion Part 1?
No. Carol D.
Carol D.
I'm not quite sure about what email, so if you could resend that to me, that would be great. Thank you.
Yeah, you want to give me your email address and other people are emailing you? What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Let's see. Cruise with Grace. Do you think Princess will send another ship to Galveston, or are they pulling out for good? I probably was incorrect in my speculation. I thought they would just put another ship over there, but maybe they're pulling out for good. But I can't see why. I mean, Galveston's kind of the belle of the ball right now. It's a little challenged with the infrastructure. If we think about the ship that was down there, what was down there? Regal, it was having a lot of mechanical issues. So maybe they were getting, as Joan Jett would say, a bad reputation. I don't give a damn about my reputation.
So the main man has a question for me. Don't know if Tony understands the positive impact he's had on YouTube. Whether he makes us laugh, angers us, or makes us get up and dance. We can't get enough. Keep it up, Tony. Absolutely.
That's very nice.
He knows, and he is, we both appreciate you guys allowing us to come into your homes and chit-chat.
Get up. I can't remember what else I was saying. Oh, yeah, I think maybe the Princess may have a bad reputation, so maybe you pull the ship out, let it cool off a little bit, and then bring another ship. There's a lot of business in Galveston. I don't know why they would turn it away, other than if people in Galveston are sour a little bit because of the bad time for Regal.
Felix said there is a Sizzler in San Juan.
I'm going to Sizzler.
We're going.
I'm going to Sizzler.
I bet you their steak is seasoned very...
Get the steak.
So good.
Get the all-you-can-eat buffet. Get potato wedges with ranch. Maybe the best thing that ever happened in the world.
We do. So Evelyn has a question. Do you have a cruise from New York City? We do. In October, we are going on Princess. Enchanted Princess. Going up to Canada and Maine. It's going to be lovely.
Let me ask this.
But if you go to Walter's site and go underneath his group cruises, you'll see Lalita Loca's group cruises.
I really need to ask the 53 people that are going on the group cruise.
Yes.
But we got
a
price sheet today on like some of the things we can do for the group, and we could get a karaoke DJ for $80 an hour. A karaoke machine, the karaoke DJ, and I think the room for $80 an hour. I think we should do karaoke on the group cruise. Private karaoke. And you should sing a song.
No.
Come on, man.
I don't know.
Come on. Come on.
Nope.
Ow. Should be standing up.
Mrs. Flanagan.
Emily Flanagan. It is like Ponderosa and Ryan's. I think it's a little better than, say, Golden Corral, but it's very, very along those lines.
How about Perkins?
Slinky says they're leaving Galveston. Forever, you think? Forever, Slinky, you think?
Aww.
You think? Why would they leave that money on the table? Do you guys hate it? Do you Texans hate Princess? You guys don't like Princess? Margot did the Enchanted Princess to New England. One enchanted evening. Chuck was a karaoke DJ, a KJ. I remember back in the day. So we went through our karaoke phase where we bought a bunch of karaoke discs and we had a karaoke machine, and then we switched them all over to a laptop, and then we might have used some illegal sites to pirate karaoke, but then we got rid of all that because we felt ethically challenged. But we had some great karaoke parties.
We did.
Remember the time the cops showed up?
Absolutely.
That was fun.
But
that was a good
the
time.
beautiful thing was
We
that
knew the cops.
We knew the cops. I was the property manager there, and it was the what I used to call them.
I don't know.
I can't remember. Anyway, he came in and just had a good time.
That's right.
That's right.
Dennis, thank you for being a channel member for 3 months. Hey. Spending 3 days in Tampa in February before Margaritaville. What is a must thing to do while in Tampa? So we don't spend a lot of time in Tampa. We're an hour north of there.
It kind of depends, right? Like
what you like to do?
Yeah, it depends on what you like to do. Like if you want to see the bar scene, I would go to Ybor.
That's that Ybor city.
But be very careful down in Ybor at night. There's a great Colombian restaurant in Ybor. Also, the Hard Rock Casino is there. And there's a lot of good shopping, nice little coffee shops downtown.
Good comedy club, Funny Bones.
No, it's Side Splitters.
Side Splitters. Funny Bones is near here, right? No? Side Splitters, a lot of good record shops there. But yeah, we don't do a lot in Tampa.
No. Channel Side, watch the ships come in and out.
You can go to the Brandon Mall, go to the Lego store.
Riverwalk.
I'm just trying to think of the stuff we do.
The Riverwalk, if you want to run over to St. Pete, which is probably about a half-hour drive. There's a nice boardwalk there and some nice restaurants. Tarpon Springs, probably 20, 30 minutes from Tampa as well. Good Greek food, nice Greek, like little town.
Bill says, if you want YouTube hits, try juggling chainsaws during your dance break, or at least flaming sticks, even more hits. I've been looking for, so my torches are out in the garage. I actually do juggle fire. Man, I have burnt down part of a house one time. Chainsaws are really not that hard. Like, so the funny thing about juggling torches and juggling chainsaws is that if you can juggle 3 clubs and you don't do any tricks, it's really not that hard to do those, but it does look fantastic. I do think at some point I will juggle some fire outside and insert it into a show, but I may have to get new torches or clean the garage.
I can't do it so easy from my phone.
Yeah.
Can you leave Walter's?
Yeah, let me get the link for Walter. Let's see.
Scott H, thank you so much for the suitcase super chat. We appreciate it.
And then answer this one while I'm getting the link. Smoke and Joe, thank you so much for the super chat. What is your opinion of MSC Seascape?
The Seascape was our first MSC sailing, and it kind of blew me away, right? Because it's so beautiful with the crystals. It's beautifully decorated. I'm trying to think. They didn't have... The casino was really nice, but that's actually where I lost money in the slot machine.
Oh, that's right. You walked away.
Yeah. So, but it's a nice ship. They do a lot of nice live music in the atrium there. It's nice. Oh, that's where they also do the Michael Jackson show.
I wonder if they still have it.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was good.
Dennis Rupers, thank you so much for the super sticker. Very kind. So that link for Where's Walter, make sure you guys use Walter, but also make sure that you use that link or tell them that we sent you when they're asking how you got referred. So it all works out for everybody.
Karaoke on a group cruise will have us looking twice.
I think that'd be fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Question, any chances of you cruising out of Port Canaveral? Would love to see you. Probably a good chance, Irene. We do it a lot.
Yeah, it's one of our favorite, Irene. Absolutely.
Have I ever been on Venezia? I've never been on Venezia, right? I was on Firenze in California.
Right.
Almost the same thing. I like the Firenze. I love what Carnival did with, Carnival Italian style. Mm-hmm. So.
Oh, Margot, thank you. Yes, the aquarium is right next to the cruise port. Yeah.
Yeah, if you like fish. It's a little fishy. A little fishy. That's a funny question. Would you consider taking an Uber to the Royal Caribbean port in Tampa, maybe 50 miles? Opposed to parking a car there? I guess you'd have to weigh it out. I mean, for us, we take our car down there, and yeah, so we're 50 miles. We take our car there and pay the parking, where we try to get a ride. But I don't know. I would do the cost analysis on it. What ship are we dying to get on? What are you dying to get on?
I think the Star of the Seas.
Yeah.
Which we're going to be getting on. I would love to do like a maybe like a Oceana, something like that.
I would like to see MSC's The Luxury, the Explorer Journey. Like after the stuff that Walter shared with us on that, it looks pretty amazing. Yeah, but I am very excited because I haven't been on Icon yet, so I'm very excited to see what Royal did with the Icon class.
Yes.
I do love Royal. It's one of my favorite cruise lines. And I'm very excited about Star this season. I had a good Star Princess. I had a great time on Sun Princess.
Yeah, it was great.
I'm a little bummed out about the soda thing, but other than that,
no, come on, Princess.
Let's see. AK Sykes, thank you so much for the super sticker. What is that? Oh, it's fist bump. Have we ever been? Kathy says you ever been on the Meraviglia. I went to Meraviglia right after the shutdown, so it was still mask. There were a few venues in there that if you had your vaccination, you could go into. It was weird on top of weird, but beautiful ship. Beautiful ship.
Speaking of, so I just want to, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but Royal Caribbean, like we're getting on the Star, it was a little pricey, but we were able to, which brought down the price a lot, but so Tony had a casino offer and I had a casino offer and they let us combine it.
It's like Wonder Twin Powers.
Yeah, so just so you know, like if you and your roommate, partner, husband, wife have a casino offer, also they do.
I think the Wonder Twins
together, but you have to call.
I think the Wonder Twins, like the guy had to take the form of an element, and then the woman, the girl had to take the form of an animal. So if I was going to be a pail of water, what animal would you be?
If you're going to be a pail of water?
Yeah. So we would say Wonder Twin Powers activate, shape of, I think that's how it went. I'm a bucket of water. What would you be?
I don't know.
Giant eagle. I think she always was a giant eagle or something, and they put fires out. I don't know. We'll have to think of that for the next time, because I know a lot of people want to know what you would be as a Wonder Twin. Question, any plans to cruise the Celebrity XL? I think it's coming out in November. We don't have anything yet. I'll tell you what I'm contemplating, and Jenny's kind of on board with me doing it, but I'm not fully there yet. So Vegas is tough because you got to walk around a lot. But in September, Kevin Smith and Jason Mewes are going to be at the Venetian doing a one-night show, Jay and Silent Bob show. And I really want to see Ringo's All-Star Band because of Ringo. I've never seen a Beatle live. And Colin Hay from Men at Work is going to be, he performs in the band. And they're going to be in Tampa, but we're going to be at my son's wedding, and my son's more important than that. But they're going to be in Vegas the same time as Jay and Silent Bob. So I could go to Vegas and go to those two shows. Mm-hmm. But Vegas is rough, man. It's a lot of walking.
It is, it is. Fred, I'm so glad to hear that you're back on the road. I'm glad that you are over that little break that you had.
Joey Hill says, what excursion would you do in Ketchikan? I'm trying to think what I did. I did the bear excursion with Don where we went for 4 hours to try to see a bear for $400, and it was a complete waste of money. I wouldn't do that one again. I also went to the Lumberjack show there, which was a good time. It was kind of like going to a show in Branson or Gatlinburg. It had that kind of vibe. That was a lot of fun. But Ketchikan is really a cool town where you can... Oh, what did I do the last time? We also got on a boat and went somewhere else. What did Don and I do the last time we were in Ketchikan? I feel like we went to look at something. Maybe a whale watch there? Ketchikan's a great place just to walk around, to go over to Creek Street and look at the shops. But most of those excursions are pretty good there. I can't remember what we did on the boat the last time.
Slinky has met Jason and Kevin multiple times.
That's right. Do they put a good show on, Slinky? Should I go? I did not sign up for their cruise, but one night in Vegas does sound pretty exciting. Will we be doing? Simon wants to know. Will we be doing Celebration Key when it opens? We don't have any cruises booked right now that go to Celebration Key.
And again, it's hard, right? Because we're not really
outside people or beach people.
Beach people.
Yeah. So I feel like that could be one of those scenarios where I find the cheapest Carnival cruise to go to Celebration Key, to make a video about Celebration Key, and then just complain about being outside the whole time.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you can get a hot dog over here. Why I'm out in the sun? I'd make it more fun than that, but maybe just to have a video about it.
You're funny.
Ketchikan has a great crab meat lodge.
Janice, so her question was, She's planning a cruise solo. She knows she has to pay a solo premium. But she's going to purchase the drink package, non-alcohol. Would she have to pay double for the package as well? No.
No, just one package.
Yeah.
One package. Let's see. We looked for a great price at Celebration Key and didn't see one. We looked for a great price. Yeah, it'll be interesting once it opens up. I'm interested. I've never cruised on the Carnival Miracle. I love all those Carnival ships. Emma is on the Carnival Miracle right now. She's posting pictures, and it just looks like every other Carnival ship from that era with all the weird. So I'd love to see it.
Yeah.
We love it. We love it.
No, I'm excited too. It's coming to our home port, which is great.
Tampa.
So Jared, that's really good. He wants to know in Catch Can, did you catch a can?
Oh. Boom, boom.
That's a good one.
Travel cake trips. We look at
That's a
sound
dad
clear.
joke.
We're using Ecamm Live on a MacBook. That's also what I use to record the videos. So it's just hooked to a Sony camera by a USB cable, streaming in 1080p.
Tammy said get a mobility scooter.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's a lot.
Might be cheaper than an Uber.
just to get around in Vegas. It's a lot of walking.
Yeah.
So, I keep hearing rumors that Carnival is going to do an adult cruise. I haven't heard anything. It might be interesting. I think they may have tried it one time. I don't know.
Well, I know that the Paradise was a non-smoking. Maybe that was an adult only. I don't know. I know they also do on the Paradise, you know.
What's your least favorite thing from Carnival, Martin? I don't know Carnival, Martin. Cruise question. I am planning a cruise solo. Oh, we answered that one, Janice.
Yes.
We answered that, Janice. Question. How do you enroll in Princess Prizes? I think the Princess updated their policy. Have you ever done that? I think it's on the door or something, right?
Yeah, it's automatic when you go through the door. I don't know if they updated it, then I haven't read the new policy.
Never done that.
But every time you unlock your door, they say that, like if you look up on the screen, it'll say no prize this time or something like that.
The Dolly Museum's in St. Pete, but it's worth the trip to St. Pete. I mean, so Tampa, St. Pete, Clearwater, they're all a bridge trip away from each other. So they're not all exactly on top of each other, but a trip over to Clearwater is nice, and certainly a trip to St. Pete is nice, and the Dolly Museum's really good.
Yeah. Nelson is our neighbor from Newport Richey.
I drove past the sign the other day. I love the new sign in Newport Richey. It's pretty nice. Yeah,
it's nice over the main street. Going on the island in July, Cozumel, excursion recommendations. So you did the chocolate honey tequila tour. How was it?
It was great. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
If you like wrestling at all, the luchador thing was really good. And then if you don't want to do an excursion, we like the beach clubs there, Mr. Sancho's and Paradise Beach Club, both very nice.
Have you seen Kiss Live? I think you've seen it a couple of times. I know since we've been married, you've seen them.
The first time
your brother came up to Nashville.
Yeah,
you guys,
twice,
yeah.
I think. The first time I saw Kiss was on the Asylum tour, on the Asylum tour after they didn't have makeup anymore. I don't remember what year that was then. And then I saw part of the reunion, or I saw the reunion tour with my brother in Nashville one time, and then we just saw him on the farewell tour. So maybe 3.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I forgot you just went
3 times
recently. Yeah.
Let's see.
Do I juggle? So I know how to juggle. And what's kind of cool is that my great grandmother was actually a juggler. So I don't have a lot of coordination, but I can do 3 balls.
Let's see. Oh, Chuck saw the Dynasty tour. How about that?
Margaret said that on the Margaritaville, I guess they were supposed to have a dog cruise and they've canceled it.
Oh, they canceled the dog cruise? That's funny. Let's see. Any plans to do a Disney cruise and a park trip? Would love a vlog. There is a vlog of me on a Disney ship. There's no plans to do it. I don't really like it.
No,
I haven't been to.
It's not our vibe, but you know, maybe if we had grandchildren, and I mean, you don't know, 5-6 years, it may be like, hey, let's go on a Disney cruise.
That's right. Would I pay to be the Gene Simmons roadie for a day? Not for that cost. I think you wanted, what, $12,000 or something like that?
Wow, that's crazy, right?
Yeah. I don't know. Like I respect Gene for what he's done and what him and Paul did, and really his business sense and all that. But I'm more of an Ace and Peter guy. So
interesting. So have we ever eaten at La Petite Chef restaurant? Absolutely we did. So our first celebrity on the Equinox was, so we've done it twice, and on the Equinox it was fantastic, right? Because they had a little room and it was its own restaurant and it was just lovely. And of course, because it was our first time, it was just like, wow, this is the coolest thing ever.
it was really good.
But then we were on, was it the Apex?
Yeah, the Apex.
Yeah, so we were on the Apex, and the room wasn't just for the La Petite show, and it was open to the atrium, so you kind of you would overhear what was going on down there. So you couldn't
loud,
really.
yeah.
It was just but it's really lovely.
Have we ever done a Panama Canal cruise? We did. I can't
On
remember,
the Island Princess.
I can't remember what year it was, but that was our longest cruise at that time. It's like 15 days. We did transit. We left Lauderdale or Miami?
We left Fort Lauderdale,
Miami, and we ended up in
Los Angeles,
San Pedro, the San Pedro cruise port.
Oh yeah.
It was good. It was fun. I don't think I ever really want to do it again, but I think it was good doing it one time. It was pretty neat. But again, that's
So Paul, listen, I had a great time when I worked with Expedia. They're a great company, teach you a lot. They have really great deals. So I wish you well. Yeah.
There you
go. I needed to retire from that. So.
Jacob, thank you so much for the super chat. Any future Virgin plans again? Just took Scarlett. I'd love to get, like, Jenny hasn't been on Virgin yet. I think she would like it, so I would love to do it. It gets better too as they get more ships out there. It gets a little easier, and they're pretty close to us now. So we, at some point for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
For sure. Wow, 10 o'clock already.
Wow.
That went quick. It went quick. Well, thank you guys so much for stopping by tonight and all the great questions. We answered as many as we could. If we didn't get to it, it's nothing personal. There's probably like 3 people that I ignored just because I don't like you. I'm just kidding. I don't know who's out there asking questions. But thank you guys so much for stopping by. Thanks for watching the show, and we should be back next Tuesday, and there'll be a new show out tomorrow. I'm just stalling while I bring up the outro clip. Thanks again. My name's Tony.
And I'm Jenny.
We are La Lido Loca, and until the next time.
We'll see you on the Lido.
We'll see you on the Lido.
Bye.
Bye.